Bro, why I got the closed captions on, bro? Oh my goodness gracious! You know
Bro,
what?
as soon as you
Welcome back, you guys. Y'all get a little bit of a funny start to this podcast. Um, we've been trying to record this for about 20 minutes now. My
yeah.
computer is just it runs about as good as a Nokia released in 2007. Um, I'm sure I could probably use my refrigerator downstairs and it would work a little bit better than my laptop. So today we got I was gonna say a lot of football to talk about, but we really don't. It's just a whole bunch of rumors.
Yeah.
That's just how it is now with all the Julio stuff, the Deshaun stuff still floating around, Aaron Rodgers a little bit too. But on that note, we're gonna
Yeah.
start out talking about Julio Jones because obviously he is the big name in the news right now. And from what we have heard, Um, he was obviously on the Skip and Shannon show today. Whether he knew it or not, he was on it, and he said that he wanted out of Atlanta. It's obvious he's not going back. Um,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, to my fellow Atlanta Falcons friends, it's not looking good. They're not even gonna get a first round pick from what we have heard today from an Albert Breer report. And that's not good for the Falcons. They needed to capitalize early on his market value being up where
Yeah.
it was, because now it's not going to go back up. It's just
Yeah.
going to keep decreasing. Right now, they're saying a second round pick and some change. I saw a mock trade. It was the Titans giving them a second, third, and a sixth, which I would obviously 100% be on board with.
hmm
Anything lower than a first round pick is a steal, in my opinion. He's still one of the
Yeah.
best
100%.
receivers in the game. Um,
Yeah.
so
I think everyone knows like it's a no question top five receiver right now. It's just how long he will stay up there is the reason that his trade value has gone so low. I know the Falcons wanted a first round pick before the draft. Obviously weren't getting it. I don't think teams really wanted to give him first round picks. I think what did Julio ask? He asked for a trade months ago, I think is what it said.
oh yeah.
So I mean it's to me it's like they were asking too much for him or people just didn't realize that it was going to get this far anyway. And now you're seeing that the Falcons have already said they're willing to take a second round pick. I mean, you say that you've got at least 20 teams. They don't even need a wide receiver
Yeah.
that are coming in and saying, "Sure, it's Julio Jones. You want a second round pick? You can have my 2 second round picks if you want them." Like that's going to be a steal for years to come. Like the people are going to look back on and say, "How in the world did he go for that?" So
Hmm.
I think teams ought to jump on it now. I think he'll go before June 1st, if I'm being honest. Uh, just so the Falcons can avoid the dead cap. So, but but yeah, if you want to go ahead and get into it, we can go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that the Falcons are probably gonna wait to trade him because not that they want to take his dead cap, but I think it's just other teams don't want to take it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna look to be seeing like June 1st comes around and then you see a Ryan Tannehill restructure or in a situation like who's even on this list? Like for the Ravens, you see one of their big name guys like a um Ronnie Stanley. You see his contract get restructured, then you gotta be thinking, oh, they're gonna be going all in for Julio Jones. Now
Right.
on the betting odds to trade for Julio Jones, in first place are the Tennessee Titans with the plus 175 odds. The next closest is the Patriots with plus 500 odds. So, I mean, Titans are pretty clear favorites. After that, it goes 49ers, Washington, Cardinals, Raiders, Ravens, Cowboys. Chargers not even on the list anymore, which, I mean, I heard that they're going to look to trade for him. Maybe they feel like they don't need him anymore
Yeah.
because obviously Herbert had a great season last year and really didn't have much to work with besides Keenan Allen.
Yeah. You know what I did think would be nasty on that list, though? I've never heard that they were interested, but Washington,
Hmm.
that would just be disgusting. Like
Yeah,
if they could
him,
get
Terry,
next year, if they could
Curtis.
get a nice quarterback, yeah, yeah. Like you've
Whoa,
got
whoa, whoa,
such a
whoa, whoa,
good
whoa, whoa.
defense.
What do you mean if they can get a nice quarterback? They have Taylor Heineke.
Okay, not funny. I just gonna say, like, I think you've got, I mean, McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, and Julio, and then you've got Antonio Gibson. Um, and then I mean Fitzpatrick even could do the job with that offense.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that would be crazy good if they could get him there. And that's one of the only teams that I wouldn't be mad if he got traded to, if he doesn't go to the Titans. Like Patriots, please don't go to the Patriots. Please don't go to the Colts. Please don't go to the Ravens. I would hate it so much. But
Yeah.
but yeah,
So continuing to talk about players who want to be traded, Deshaun Watson. Obviously, he's had a whole list of scandals this offseason. His
hmm
trade demand, him not being involved in the Texans GM search, the stuff coming out about some like massage therapist or whatever. Not getting into any of that personal drama. I'm gonna let the courts do their work. And
yeah,
he is not going to be attending the OTAs, and he still wants to be traded. I don't think this is really big news because everyone is expecting it. Um, what? Oh my goodness gracious! I click on the comment section of a JPA football post, and one of the top comments is breaking: Deshaun Watson has been traded from Houston County Jail to Philadelphia County Jail. Well, I do think Philadelphia is one of the only places that really could trade for him.
yeah.
Um, I mean, when you
I
think about
think
it, the people that we were thinking that were going to trade for him were 49ers, Bears,
Panthers.
Panthers. Was I just cutting out there?
Yeah, a little bit, but I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so just to recap, 49ers, Bears, Panthers, Eagles, maybe Dolphins is what some people were saying. But I think that the only team left on that list that really did not improve at the quarterback position over the offseason was the Eagles.
Mhm.
So obviously you got the Bears getting Justin Fields, you got the 49ers getting Trey Lance, you got the Panthers getting Sam Darnold, you got the Dolphins with an improved confidence in Tua Tagovailoa. It's probably the
Mhm.
first time I've said his name correctly, if I'm being honest. So first time for everything.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, you just look at other teams like Jaguars if they're going to need him. I mean, everyone knew that they're taking Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
I mean, I could see. I think that the Steelers should look to inquire about them. I mean, they haven't really traded a whole lot of draft picks, so they would have the draft capital to make a move. Big Ben isn't getting any younger. He already has a beer belly, and that's not a good look for your starting quarterback, your franchise quarterback. Next in line is Mason Rudolph. He's not getting the job done. He almost got his head bashed in by Myles Garrett. Um, I mean,
Hey
next guy
man,
up
what
is what, Josh Dobbs?
Dwayne Haskins?
Oh no, I would
He's
just
better
throw
than
the towel
Mason.
in. Throw those terrible towels in.
He's
Um,
better than Mason Rudolph.
and not by much. You saw what he was doing with Washington. I mean, they had Terry McLaurin. He had someone to throw the
Yeah.
ball to.
Yeah.
Now he just has a whole bunch of TikTok stars in Pittsburgh to throw to. So with
And Najee.
That's probably about it. When I look at Deshaun Watson, I think that he's probably going to end up sitting out the season. I think with the
Yeah.
Texans drafting Davis Mills and with their first selection in the third round, I think that was just a clear sign that they are uncertain about what Deshaun's planning on doing. I think it'll end up being Deshaun sitting out, waiting for his cap hit to go down. I'm pretty sure, and then they're going to end up trading him to a QB needy team, whether that be a team like the Lions. Who knows how Jared Goff is going to pan out this year? You got teams like,
Yeah.
honestly, you can look at a team like Seattle. Russell Wilson
You
isn't the happiest there.
yeah.
Packers, Aaron Rodgers isn't the happiest there. You trade from
Well,
one bad QB situation to another.
you could also look at the Giants. Daniel
Daniel
Jones.
Jones. This is
I think
a lot of
I
pressure
think
there.
there's a I think there's a lot of teams you get a much like you have a lot better or I won't say better but easier way through the trading process if you would wait till next year. And I know Deshaun, it's like I know he doesn't want to do that, but I'm sure he's fine with that because
Yeah,
I know he don't want to play anyway. He's still making money. So why not sit for a year? I mean, you're wasting a year of your career, but
yeah,
would you rather sit or be unhappy and play and whatever? I just think I think if you're smart, you either wait or you make a blockbuster deal with Philly. And I don't know how much draft capital they have to trade anyway.
yeah.
Um, but
I want to
I
say
think
I
I
want to
think
say they got
Philly
a
would be
lot
cool.
because they traded. Never mind. They traded with. I think it actually might have been them that got a lot of draft capital in this draft by trading back with the Dolphins. They have two picks that next year. Um, pick the year after that, and they got a couple of seconds too. So
Yeah,
another team I think should next year be looking to trade for Deshaun is the Washington football team. You got Curtis Samuel and you got Terry McLaurin, two young Ohio State receivers. Um,
yeah,
obviously you don't want to reunite them with their college quarterback, Dwayne Haskins, because we saw that
right.
worked out the first time. Fields isn't going to leave. So I think that you have to capitalize while this team is young. That defense is gonna keep improving, especially because you have the
Yeah,
young guys like Montez Sweat, Chase Young, Deron Payne, Jonathan
yeah.
Allen, bit on the older side, Matt Ioannidis also on the older side. So I think in the next few years, the Washington football team is going to be in a win now mode because like that defense, you saw how that defense was the reason they made the playoffs. It wasn't the offense. The offense was horrific. They had
Yeah.
Alex Smith who did a great job with the team, 5-1 record in the regular season. But I mean, Kyle Allen, it was just a massacre at the quarterback position. Getting
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson in there would help solidify that offense, and I would think it would make them the winners of the NFC East for the next few years.
Oh, 100%. I think the Cowboys aren't doing anything anytime soon. Um, McCarthy, I feel like is the most uncertain job. Not that
Yeah,
it's his fault, but I mean, what have they done? They didn't really do anything last year, which
I
you
kind of
can't really
think that
blame on him. But I think what I think is you've got unstable quarterbacks all around that division. So all it takes is one of them to get some star quarterback, and they're going to be pushed above everybody. Because I honestly think those teams are like they're ready. They just aren't. They're like a couple positions away from being able to compete. So I think the second one of them gets it, they're going to win the division, um, which I think could honestly be the football team next year, being the soonest. And if not, it could be the Giants.
Mhm.
So
Also, please get a name, Washington. Like, it's so annoying having to say the football team. Like, it's just,
I
it
mean
sounds,
they've
it sounds
already
like you're referring to like your second grade football team. Like,
yeah,
yeah, my football team is doing really good
right.
this week.
Or it's like when your teacher says, you know, you guys get in. We're gonna separate into four groups, right? What's your team name? We're the team. Like what? But yeah, just get a team. It's really not that hard. Just get a team name. Like,
Yeah, and
but
for me, I think Dallas has probably a top five offense in my opinion. When Dak is healthy, he was on a record pace last year until he suffered that bad leg injury. I mean,
yeah,
he led the league in passing like what 2 weeks after he was injured. Like it was insane.
I wasn't paying attention, but
It was something like that. Like he had the highest passing yards per game of the season. Obviously, it was a small sample size, but it showed you what he can do with that offense. You got three great receivers. Zeke
Oh
isn't
yeah.
a bad running back. He's not as bad as everyone makes him out to be. Yeah, he fumbles a
Oh,
lot, and yeah,
but
he's not as good
yeah,
as he used to be, but he's still a decent running back.
and they have a solid O line. I don't care
Mhm.
about age or anything. They have a solid O line down there. So I think
It's just the defense, in my opinion. Micah Parsons,
yeah,
great pickup in the draft. Obviously, they missed out on a Certain or a Horn, or
yeah,
I mean, obviously Caleb Farley, his draft stock fell. Glad Titans got him, but I mean, a move back for them might have been good because like their best cornerback right now is Trevon Diggs. Not to knock him or anything, because he had a great rookie season, but I mean he's still a young and inexperienced guy. You got like him, Chidobe Awuzie. No,
he's
I think
gone.
he left. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
I think he's with the Panthers.
Yeah. I think that's where he went. So I mean, it's just the Dallas defense that's holding him back. I mean, Dallas and Washington are just polar opposites. If
Yeah,
as soon as one gets the other piece of their team, they're gonna be unstoppable.
yeah. I think I see what you're saying with moving back. Not that I don't like the pick with Micah Parsons there.
Hmm.
I mean, it could always help, especially when you brought in Keanu Neal can obviously help. Um, Atrocious corners, you always need good safeties. So we learned that with Titans last year. Solid safeties will make up for bad corner play. I think you pick up Michael Parsons to play in the middle. You pick up Keanu Neal. I feel like that's you've got your two solid pieces, and you've still got Van Der Esch there when he's healthy can be a tank. So I think they're moving in the right direction, but they definitely do need a corner. A move back would have helped. Maybe somewhere like the 14, 15 range, just to get. I mean, they could have still got Farley or Newsome or any of those guys right there in that spot. So, um, but yeah, no, I like the Parsons move. I feel like we're kind of drawing away from the Deshaun Watson talk, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like they're definitely trending in the right direction, but I don't think they're gonna win. They're in technically win now mode for the next couple years.
All right. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from this action because I put a post on our story at titans.tunnel.vision on Instagram, and I posted this, I don't know, probably like 20 minutes ago, and it was a kind of like one of the question things, and then the question that we received was, "Why are you a Titans fan?" This is from Dougie underscore D underscore underscore 22. First of all, loving the username, and I'm a Titans fan. Honestly, just because I was born in Nashville, um, I was kind of brought into the Titans fandom. Like you can look at my baby pictures, and I'm wearing like a Titans onesie.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I grew up around a family that always loved the Titans. I moved to Texas when I was young, but the Cowboys were just always so annoying to me. Like their fans have been this annoying forever. It's
Mm-hmm.
not a recent thing. And I just love seeing the guys like Chris Johnson play in the early days.
Yeah,
Um, guys on defense like Woodyard, when we had guys like Mike Griffin on the defense. I mean, it was just for me. It was mainly Chris Johnson. I had a Chris Johnson jersey. I think I had a Jake Locker jersey at one point. That didn't turn out well for us,
oh, I,
obviously.
I still have a Jake Locker jersey.
Um, but it's just I don't know. I've never been drawn away from the Titans. Like, there's nothing that we've done that's made me not want to be a Titans fan. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's really it
Yeah,
for me.
I'm a Titans fan mainly just because same reason as you for most points is, I mean, we're the Titans. Born in Nashville, stayed in Nashville. I've always lived here. Season tickets, obviously, that's gonna help.
Yeah.
Um, um, I mean, I've been going for 3 years now, well, solid 3 years. to every game, been like, in the mindset for a while. And it's just something football in general is just something to keep your mind on other than, school and there's other things. So it kind of draws me towards that. I'm going to gravitate towards my home team and the team that my family likes anyway. So it's the Titans, and then you stick to it. And I just do it because it's fun to keep up with. It's a never ending thing. Football is not just going to end. It's just, I don't know. It's just something to keep track of. And it's, I don't know. So yeah, Titans fan because of Nashville. Everyone's Titans fans here. If you're not a Titans fan, you're probably a Steelers fan. Steelers fans are everywhere.
Kind of just because you mentioned school, for me, today was my last day. Like, it's summer now. For the podcast, that's looking great because now we're gonna have more time to be able to sit down, record. I'm actually gonna be looking to edit these in the summer when I'm actually gonna have more time. Maybe put in some. If you're familiar with MMG, throw in a couple of I don't even know if it's called the TV broken screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like transitions.
Yeah, stuff like that, just so it's
intros
more,
or just like a light music in the background for some spots, or just something, or even like a picture on the screen of just something. So
quick little gunshot when the episode starts.
Welcome. Don't look on the screen, fellas.
Yeah, just to make it more entertaining, exciting, fluid. Because especially right now, it's kind of funny how we'll just have buffer time in between topics. It'll be so I'll finish talking and then I'll just be sitting here so, and I have to wait until either I start talking about something else or you start talking about something else.
Yeah.
So, look for that. Listens. I can't remember the last time we did a podcast last Monday. Since then, let's see, week. Y'all been kind of slacking on the listens, last episode kind of flopped, if I'm being honest. So let's get this one up to, I don't know, what's a good number? Let's double digits.
Sure. I know one of them got 13 recently.
Yeah, our 2017 redraft, y'all like that a lot. Good amount of listens on there. We notice what y'all like and what y'all don't like. Obviously with the mock drafts, we noticed y'all weren't listening to those as much. We don't blame you. Our final mock draft actually just shut off while we were recording, so maybe it was for the better. So we're gonna be trying to come at you with some different content this summer. I'm going to be reaching out to my old coach that I know played for Nebraska on their national championship team soon. So y'all should be expecting the guests within probably the month of June is probably when I'm going to set that up. So if you're done,
I'm good.
Unless there's something just completely slipping my mind. I really don't think there is. So thank y'all for listening or watching wherever y'all listen or watch our podcast, whether that's on YouTube or Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, one of those. I guess because people on YouTube won't hear it, I'm just going to do a quick little Bustin' with the Boys ad read. If y'all do not know about Anchor, they have been our sponsor from the beginning, all year plus of us doing this. So, okay, hold on, let me. Jeez. Okay, well, I was trying to get the whole Anchor ad read thing pulled up.
Oh, I got it. So, if you ever heard about Anchor, it is one of the easiest ways to make a podcast. It is free for everything. That's one reason that I started on Anchor and we have not switched from Anchor. It distributes your podcast to multiple streaming platforms. You're able to apply for different ones: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much everything. It's got multiple different, little sound things, little interludes, little just like little clips of things that you're allowed to put in there. It's all free. It's the easiest thing to make a podcast on. So that's why we started there. And boom, ad read.
Yeah. Also with the Anchor distributing, like they've been great for us because we didn't even like apply for most of them, and we just kind of like
Yeah, I only apply for Apple Podcasts. I mean, they put it on
and then like
Spotify. They put it on everything.
like
Yeah.
Overcast. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know what most of these podcast apps were,
Yeah, me
and
neither.
then they just put us on it. And
Yeah.
apparently y'all listen on other apps because I go to like the Anchor statistics from time to time, and like let's see, 5% of y'all listening on Overcast, 5% on Bullhorn. What even is that?
No. I got
Shout
an
out
email
to
the other day
you.
about it. It got put out like on different more platforms.
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to you if you're listening on Bullhorn right now. No free shout outs to Bullhorn. You better be coming at us for a quick little sponsor.
oh yeah.
Obviously we got the big ones like Spotify and Anchor. 57% other. Do y'all feel like listening to this on like your web browser? Like,
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Like,
how is the majority of this other? Like, we have 667 plays like all time. How is more than half of those other? I don't
yeah.
understand.
Like
So,
it's like instead of going on YouTube, you go on the YouTube like website and watch YouTube on there. Like what do you is that how that works? Like I'm not complaining. I just don't know what it is. Like, but
all right. So with the ad read done, that's gonna be it for us. Hopefully next week there's a little bit more to talk about. I feel like this one was kind of a little bit dry because we only have rumors to go off of right now, and that's not the most fun thing to talk about because you never know what's gonna happen with it.
right.
I mean, it gives us more. It does give us more to talk about because you don't know what's gonna happen, so you can kind of make up your own scenarios. But it's always better to have stuff set in stone so you can talk about the future of that trade, free agent signing, draft, whatever. So we will see y'all next week on Monday. We had to squeeze this one in at 8 o'clock Eastern on a Monday to get this one up for y'all, but we will not be rushed for time next time. And hopefully I can at least start learning how to edit so this will look better if you're watching on YouTube. So thank y'all for listening or watching, and we will see y'all next week, and peace out.
Yeah, peace.